Look like we're having technical difficulties. Oh well. Mm. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the Mighty, Mighty Angel Snub Nub 7. I am your soul brother, number 1. Well, this is a very, as far as weather wise is concerned, a very nice Sunday afternoon. I hope that this day has been peaceful to you, as it has been so far for me. And I thank you for joining me in this spontaneous, hopefully very brief broadcast. Now, earlier, those of you who follow this channel, there was a video that I posted. It was a classic video. And the topic was, the brain is your soul, or the soul is your brain, not a spirit. Now, I talked about this probably going back 2013 or something like that. And now it is 2020. I have been waiting on a credible, valid debunk. Somebody that can refute what is being said. And when I searched the comment section, I see nothing. I see no comments. I see no attempt on YouTube or Facebook to debunk or refute what is being said. And that is good. But of course, those who believe what they believe, they will never and have no intent to bow down to reality or to the truth. They prefer to continue to linger in their fairy tales and their delusions. How you doing there, Legend? What's up there, twin? Legend says they continue to hold on to their flying out of the body rhetoric. And if that makes you comfortable, that is good. I have no problem with that. I'm not angry with you. I'm not frustrated with you. I am disappointed because some children need their teddy bear. But at some point, that teddy bear, and we understand why that child loves the teddy bear, that teddy bear gives us comfort. It makes us feel like we are protected. But at some point or another, many people, even though they still might like their teddy bear, they no longer sleep with their teddy bear. They grow out of it, like you grew out of Santa Claus, like you grew out of the Easter Bunny. Now, we should never tell these children these lies about Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny to begin with. We should be ashamed of ourselves as parents, telling our babies these lies about something that do not exist. So, you know, we have to grow out of these things. I have a comment. I'm going to talk about that. I have a comment on my board, and they say I can't read the comments like I would on StreamYard or on regular YouTube when I go live. But I want to address why you think that way. Because the way you think is unnatural. It's not real. And we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to tell you why you think that way. They tell me that the spirit and the soul are different. No, they're not. It's the same thing. It's the same fictional fantasy, fabricated, made up crap that we've been taught for thousands of years. There is no difference. And without the brain, the spirit or the soul do not exist, because you was taught that. It is a learned behavior. If somebody did not teach you about a spirit or a soul, you would not bring it up, because there is none. There's nothing that your brain can grasp to make you think of such a thing. It's not real. You and I was taught that. And this is a fact. And so I figure if the religious folks can talk to the universe and to God, why can't I ask the creation? Why can't I ask the heavens? Why can't I do the same thing? Because I would like to know, why are melanated people, black people, Africanized people, whatever you want to refer to this particular group, why are they so spiritual? Now, we do know that the origins or at the root of spirituality is worship of the dead. You have the word spirit or soul or spirit, which is the essence of the body. And then we have of the soul or worship of the dead. It has its origins in worship of the deceased, worship of the dead. Do your research, get the information, you will see that spirituality in its origins is fear or worship of the dead and the unknown. That's where you get spirituality. And so in that fear of the unknown, in that fear of death, over thousands and thousands of years, you have ancient people who are ignorant to things. They begin to fabricate, oh wow. They begin to fabricate lies and pass these lies on from generation to generation, and other people begin to pick up that lie. There was a Facebook post that I read earlier this morning, and it said that if you tell a lie long enough, it will be perceived as truth. Religion and spirituality is lies. It's fabricated fairy tales, mythology from the imagination of men coming from their brain due to fear of death and the unknown. That's where it comes from. And it's been handed down from generation to generation. Now we embrace it like it's some kind of truth, and it's not. It's fairy tales. It's mythology. It's Star Trek. It's Spider-Man. It's Batman. That's what it is. And it has taken on a life of its own like it's real. It is not real. And I'm going to show you where it comes from, because the heavens, because the creation, or whatever you want to call it, is fair. If they could talk to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, if they could talk to Creflo Dollar. They can talk to Billy Graham. They can talk to all these preachers. Why can't they talk to me? So the heavens, I asked the creation, I asked the heavens, why is the so-called Negro in America, why is the melanated, why is the black people so spiritual? We're not gonna be here long. We just want to answer this question. I'm gonna answer this question because the heavens have given us the answer. Look, I am always told you should be ashamed of yourself because running around here talking all this anti-God, anti-religion, anti-spirituality, because African people, melanated people, for thousands and thousands of years have been spiritual. All right, cool. Just because somebody believes something, having technical difficulties. Okay. All right, look. Just because somebody believes something, just because somebody do something for thousands of years, don't mean it's right. Don't mean it's the truth. You can be living lies for years and years and years. That don't mean that it's true. Because your daddy done it. Because your great-great-great-granddaddy done it. So what? They was wrong. They didn't know no better. They was wrong. They don't know any better. So what? Religion, spirituality is lies. It's fantasy, it's fiction, it's fabrication, it's mythology. And we accept it as reality because it's been handed down from generation. And now we accept it as reality. And it's not. It's lies. And I'm going to show you why it's a lie. Look. So the black man and woman, melanated people, African people, oh, we really spiritual. Maybe because of your spirituality, maybe that's the reason why other people found out that made you a real good slave. Because instead of fighting for yourself on the physical plane, you decide to bow down because you think some spirit, some spook, or you're going to go to another life or whatever. You won't fight for yourself on the physical plane. So you bow down to the oppressor instead of fighting for yourself and become a good slave for hundreds and thousands of years with your spiritual ass. You should have been spiritual, meaning S-P-E-A-R, spiritual. Pick up a damn spear or a rock and keep fighting and refuse to be a slave. If you notice, people who are oppressed are real spiritual. Have you noticed that? Wherever you go around the world and they are being oppressed, they won't fight back. They are spiritual. Spirituality makes you docile because you don't live in this world. You don't live in this physical realm. Your mind has gone out into outer space into different dimensions and galaxies where no man has ever traveled before. And you think that it's all right for you to be oppressed because you're going to die and go somewhere better, and that's not no guarantee. There's no evidence of that, nowhere. There's no evidence that you're going to die and go to a better place. The concept of heaven and hell. What is heaven to one person might be hell to somebody else. We keep talking about, oh, you're going to burn in fire forever and go to this hell and whatever. That might sound real good to some folks. It might be hell to you. It might be beautiful to them. There are those who find pleasure in pain. They will pay you to beat them. They will pay you to hurt them. So what is hell? Hell is a groovy place as far as they're concerned. So you think you threatening somebody with a harsh punishment and you sending them to heaven. But again, that's another fictional place. There's no evidence. There's no there's no clear, convincing, or overwhelming evidence that there's a place called heaven or a place called hell. It's fantasy, fiction, it's lies. It's outright lies. When we begin to accept that we've been told lies all our lives, we'd be better off. Let me show you where this comes from. In the case of the so-called Negro, in the case of the melanated people, in the case of the African. Let me show you. Let me show you where this behavior, where this mindset come from. Now look, this is where it comes from. I know you get upset. I could care less. I don't care about you getting upset. It don't make no difference how upset that you get because you cannot prove nothing. That's why you are asked to believe. Believe that there's a heaven. Believe that there's a God. Believe that there's a hell. You are asked to believe. Belief does not require evidence. Belief does not require facts. You can get upset all that you want to. You can pout. You can drool at the mouth. You can do whatever you want to. It does not negate the fact that the time for lies is over. You've had a good thousands of years run. It's time that you be challenged. It's time that you be exposed for the liar that you are. It's lies. It's fantasy, fiction, and fairy tales. I'm going to show you where it comes from. Black people, melanated people, the so-called Negro, the once called Negro in America, the descendants of slaves born in America, soul brothers and sisters in this country, we are very, very spiritual. And wherever you find spirituality, you will find oppression. You will find people that will not stand up for themselves. They live and they have made a lifestyle out of oppression. This is fact. So I don't want, even if your crap was real, I don't want nothing to do with it because it means that I sit back and get my ass whooped with a smile. And I won't fight back. That's not happening here. You enjoy your oppression. You enjoy slavery. You enjoy a cop putting their knee in the back of your neck and you crying for your mama. Get shot down in the street by police like dogs. You enjoy discrimination. Because one day, I'm going to go to a better place. One day, this invisible God, this invisible demon, I'm going to go to a different place. You live in a fantasy world. I'm going to show you why. So you find oppression, exploitation, injustice, wherever you find people under the influence of religion and spirituality because they will not fight for themselves. They're going to wait to die to go to a better place. They're going to wait for an angel or a spaceship or whatever in their spirituality. So they're not worried about this plane. They don't mind getting their ass whooped. They don't mind getting their ass whooped on the physical plane because they got a better place where they're going. And there's somebody in the comment section said nobody that they know of came back from the dead to tell us about heaven or hell or these different realms and galaxies. I'm going to show you where all this comes from, because the heavens have spoken to me as well as your preacher and your prophets and all these other suckers that you claim talk to God and to the heavens. So we have spirituality and religion. It makes us docile. This is a fact. We see this all over the world, not only in America, but around the world. How can you live in America being lynched, being raped, being enslaved, discriminated against, going on 500 years, and you do nothing, but you spiritual as hell? You get mad a little bit. You get mad a little bit. But as far as the majority of the people who are influenced by spirituality, the majority don't do nothing. They just sit back. Oh, Lord, it's going to be a better day. It's going to be don't worry. Things going to change. Instead of you changing those things, you just going to sit back. Oh, it's going to change on its own. Because God going to change it. Jesus, Allah or whatever, Yashara or whatever. That's what's going to change it. The spaceship, the demon or whatever. That's one day, and you pass this on from generation to generation. These lies. And that's what it is. It's lies. I'm going to show you where it comes from. It's a mental disease handed down from generation to generation. I'm going to show you real quick. Now, when you look at, matter of fact, do your research. Get the information. And this is science. This is therapy. This is facts. People who are abused, people who are exploited, many times, because of abuse and exploitation, they begin to create their own world in their mind. This helps them with the exploitation, the oppression, and the abuse. They make up their own reality in their brain because of abuse and exploitation. Now, why is the black man so spiritual? The black man, the black woman, black people, melanated people, the African, the reason why you are so spiritual is because you also are the most oppressed, the most abused, the most exploited people on the planet. And this has been going on way before the white man. You was exploited, you was abused, you was enslaved, and all these things way before American chattel slavery. And whenever a people suffer abuse and exploitation, they go into themselves to escape the abuse and the exploitation, they begin to make up their own world. That's what they do. They make up their own reality. Some of them suffer from multiple personality disorder. They become more than just one person. They are 3 or 4 or 5 or more different people in one body. And this is what you see in African melanated black people all over the world. This is what you see. You see them suffering from personality disorder. And they begin to make up other people, other beings that don't exist. And other beings that don't exist. So they can tolerate their oppression. So they can tolerate the abuse. It might be some court cases on YouTube and study multiple personality disorders. And you have people that have imaginary friends. And they turn to them because something in their lives, the abuse and the neglect and the exploitation, they go into themselves. It's a way to escape the oppression. And this is what the spiritual people have done. And so they have created all these different gods and these spirits and these demons, this other world that they live in, that come from up out because of years and years of oppression and exploitation. The more spiritual people are, you will see that they have a background of severe oppression and exploitation. And this has been going on with the melanated African people for thousand years, way before the white folks. And then going back to passing down the lie until we believe that it's the truth. And then these people who make up these things, they pass these things on to their children and their babies. And they pass this on down from generation to generations. And now we think that it's part of reality when what we have did is inherited the mindset of people who was mentally sick. That's what has happened to us. And now we live in La La Land. And now we have all these beings that we talk to. We talk to Jesus and we talk to Allah and we talk to all these gods and demons and we go to these different galaxies and we go to all these different realms. Because the origins is oppression. The origins is abuse. That's where it comes from. We have inherited mental disorder, mental sickness from living in oppression for thousands of years. And now it's a way of life. And now it's acceptable. And that's how we tolerate. That's how we tolerate our oppression. That's where it comes from. The heavens have spoken. That's why you behave the way that you behave. And if you ever see somebody that suffer multiple personality disorder, these mental illnesses, you ask them, who you talking to? They look at you like you crazy because only in their mind is it real. You can't see it. So only in the mind of the spiritual person, the only one who can feel God, the only one who has a connection to the God is them. You and I can't see God. Only them. Because it's a mental disorder. It's a mental disorder of the brain. It's a mental illness of the brain. And the only one who can see these imaginary creatures and these imaginary realms is the person whose mind that has created the illusion. So nobody else can see it. If it was real, I could see it. You could see it. Anybody could see it. There was a show, an Oprah show, and Oprah was trying to interview this little girl, and she was suffering from multiple personality disorder. And she had 6 or 7 friends. And she was talking to Oprah. One of the friends was swimming in the swimming pool. The other one was baking a cake. And Oprah looking around like, she don't see nobody. And that's how it is in religion and spirituality. This is a mental disorder at the highest scale. This is a mental disorder that has been passed down from thousands and thousands of years. The only one who can see Allah, the only one who can have a connection to Allah or to Jesus or to whatever these gods, these images, is the person suffering from the mental disorder. Oprah was asking the little girl about these other beings that the little girl was seeing, and Oprah made the mistake by saying, I don't see nothing. The little girl became very angry. Can't you see? There go my friend in the swimming pool. Can't you see my friend baking a cake? Can't you see my friend jumping rope? Can't you see, idiot? The little girl got real mad, didn't want to talk to Oprah no more. And that's how you act. The same exact way. Right here in the chat room. They are angry. They are upset. Suffer from multiple personality disorder, a sickness that has been brought. It's not your fault. All of us have been programmed that way. This is a mental illness, disease, passed down as a reality for thousands of years. Now the creatures, the gods, the invisible beings, they have taken on life of their own, various forms, but it's all mental disease. It's all mental disorder because of thousands and thousands of years of oppression, thousands and thousands of years of exploitation. And so we go into ourselves trying to escape the torture. We create a universe. We create a heaven for ourselves, a place where we can feel peaceful. So when you think about your imaginary Jesus and your imaginary Allah and your imaginary flying out of your body and going to these different places, that brings you peace. It brings you comfort. It brings you joy, like that old teddy bear. But it does not exist. Only in your mind. And that's why only you can see. Only you can experience. If it was real, whether I like it, whether I believe or not, I can see it just as good as you can. But it's only for you. So this mental disorder, this mental sickness, this illness, it's not your fault. It has been passed on from generation for thousands of years. And if you look at it, the most spiritual person, you will see is the most oppressed. That's why they go hand in hand. That's why melanated people, this is why Africans and melanated people, the American so-called Negro suffered horrific abuse for hundreds and hundreds of years. They had nowhere to turn to except their imagination. That's all they could. That's all they could do. They didn't have no choice. And that's why we behave and act the way that we do. A mental disease, a mental disorder that has been passed down for centuries. The most spiritual person is the most oppressed. And so I'm not shocked that the so-called, once called Negro in America, I'm not shocked that you believe in all these types of things. I'm not shocked about it. And so we say that I cannot see the comment section the way that I would on my regular channel. So I can't really see the comments. But I did get a brief looking, and somebody said, well, white people, they believe in it too. Of course. But the most spiritual, you will see is the one who have suffered the most oppression. That's what you will find. People all over the world have been oppressed. So of course, they would experience the same thing as the Africans and the melanated people. Plus, we copy each other's behavior. So when the European or any other people, when we begin to interact with one another and we teach other people that this is real, they embrace the stuff just like we do. It has become a reality. It's not real. And no matter how upset you get, no matter what you do, you cannot make it real. It's lies. It's fabrication. It's mythology. It's a mental disorder. It's mental illness passed down from thousands and thousands of years. The only one who can experience these things is you. Nobody else. Because it's your brain. And we make up all these different things. Now, someone said, well, how can somebody send somebody or be a prophet? And these things come true. You know, I can only say this. Why don't you do something big? Why don't you prophesize about Washington, D.C., and before Trump come out of office, it would be wintertime, and you make it summer? Why don't you prophesize that? If you have all this power in your spirituality, why don't it change your condition? If you got all this connection to the universe, and you got all this going on to you, why don't I would sit back and shut the hell up? I'll let you go ahead and do your thizzy. Change the condition for the people. Like Sister Nova said, stop the pedophile. Stop the rapists. Stop the murders. Stop all this crap that's happening to innocent human beings. If you got this kind of connection and power to the universe and you know so much, change the condition of the human being. It's your imagination. You don't have it. I would sit back in the cut, I would shut up and let you do your thizzy. But you have no power. Your imagination. That's all it is. It's your imagination. What's the song from the old Temptation song? It's just your imagination once again. Running away with you, just making stuff up. It's your imagination. Because that's what you want to believe in. But it don't change nothing. When you finish, you're still in the same condition that you're in. You're still in the condition that you're in. I'm not here to convert you to nothing. I'm not here to tell you what or what not to believe. I'm telling you why you behave the way you behave. And it's just a fact. A mental illness, a mental disorder, because we have been oppressed for thousands of years. And this behavior, this mindset have been passed down from generation to generation. This is a taught. This is a taught behavior. It's not natural. Somebody taught you about a spirit. Somebody taught you about a God. Somebody taught you about some galaxies and realms and whatever. This is not something that you learned on your own. And then you took it because we are mentally disturbed anyway. And we began to put our own flair on the damn lie. Everybody's lie is different, but it's a lie. You can't change nothing. Where's your power? The only thing you have to do is show your power. Show clear, convincing, overwhelming evidence. Change the condition of the people. Take the power out of the oppressor's hands and put it in the hands of the righteous. You can't do it except in your imagination. And you make excuses. Well, you see, God, the creation, the heavens, they don't get involved in the affairs of men. If the creation, if the divine does not get involved in the affairs of men, why do you talk the way that you do? Like you got some kind of connection. Why are they talking to you? Why was this information to reveal to you? If the divine has nothing to do with the affairs of men, because there's no power in it. It's a nice, comfortable place for you to believe in because of thousands of years of oppression, regardless of your race. And it makes you feel good. It's a form of escapism. That's all it is, escapism. And for those of you who are not spiritual, well, some of you still spiritual, but you get your spirits in a different way. Another name for spirit is alcohol, liquor, beer, things of that nature. Those are called spirits, whiskey. Those are called spirits, a form of escapism. Pornography and drugs. All this is escapism, and it's because of the lifestyle that we live. We live in a very stress-filled, a very oppressive, unjust type lifestyle. So, this is the reason why. This is the reason why. Religion is acceptable around the earth. That's why it's allowed to do what it does. It would be a mental illness, but it's accepted. The thing about a mental illness is, if you can find somebody, now you can be insane, no doubt. But if you can find people that believe like you do, they don't call it a mental illness. That's why it's not a mental illness. Because under any other circumstance, in any other circumstance, you would be called mentally ill because that's what you are. You are mentally ill. There is no other galaxies. there's no gods and demons and spirits and heavens and hells and all this kind of stuff, you would be considered mental ill. You would be. Now, if you are an individual, they will. I was locked up in a mental institution. And you have people, because they was the only one that could see the pink elephant or whatever they was having hallucinations about, they was mentally ill. They was mentally ill. But if that person could find more people to say the same thing, then they will not label you mentally disturbed. But clearly, the people are mentally disturbed. And it's not your fault. This has been handed down for thousands and thousands of years. And you and I are taught this lie. And the only thing that you do is you put your own spin on the lie. We cannot see your God. We cannot see your demon. We cannot experience your realms and your galaxies. We cannot see you when you fly out of your body and run around. Again, it's not up. I'm not trying to convert you to nothing. I'm not trying to tell you what to and what not to believe. I'm telling you what has happened to us, whether you like it or not. Of course, I don't expect you to let this stuff go, because this stuff makes you feel good. It makes you feel smart. It makes you feel intelligent. It makes you feel like you know something somebody else don't know. It brings you comfort, like the teddy bear. Yeah. But you mentally disturbed. You live in a land, you live in a world, a reality that don't exist. That's why the only one that can experience it is you. And it does not make no difference whether you rich or poor or whatever. It don't make any difference about that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the most spiritual are the most oppressed. Is the most oppressed. That's what I'm saying. So wherever you find oppression, you're going to find this mental disorder. You're going to find this mental illness. Spirituality and religion is the same thing. Potato, potato. It's the same thing. So somebody want to call me a liar. Prove that I'm a liar. Don't say it because you're upset. Prove to me that you're lying. Show us your God. Show us your different realms. Show us this. I'm a liar. Why should I lie? When somebody is telling a lie, there's a benefit to the lie. How do I benefit from telling this lie? Are you donating to this platform? Are you giving me money to lie? How do I benefit from telling lies? There's no reason for me to lie. No, you believe the liar. You've been programmed by a liar. So it takes one to know one. Again, I don't care what you believe. You can believe in Donald Duck for as I care. I don't care. Do whatever you want. But you will be challenged. This is 2020, and all that caveman, out-of-date stuff is going to be challenged. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be questioned. It's going to be challenged because it's not real. And it needs to be. And it needs to be. Again, if you need your teddy bear to feel comfortable, I mean, hey, Hey, who am I to tell you not to have your teddy bear? I don't need it. I don't need those things. I know if I want to change my condition, I got to do it. I'm not going to wait to die. I'm not going to fly out of my body. I'm not going to go into different realms. I don't want to sit around here and try to sound smart like I know something that somebody else don't know. But your condition ain't no different than nobody else. You live, you urinate, you take a dump, and you die. And we will never see you again. This is fact. So they tell me that I believe that this reality that we live in, it just came out of nowhere. No. 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 What I'm telling you is I'm not into telling lies. You're telling a lie. If you can prove some God or some creator did something, then that's good. Show it. Otherwise, it's a lie. You're telling a lie. You're making up something. And see, you're the liar. I'm not the liar. Show and prove. You said that there's a creator. You said all these different things. Prove it. You're the liar. You're the one teaching lies. Now, if you want to believe that, that's your problem. You can believe that all that you want to. My problem is when you try to force this stuff on children. And you're just a liar anyway. But especially when you try to force these lies on children. Let them grow up. Let them grow up. Children would tell you things based upon the lies that their parents and society told them. A child is not going to tell you these things. No, they're not. That's not a true statement. When you tell the children about these invisible demons and gods and they watch cartoons and all this fantasy foolishness, that's why they respond the way they do. Otherwise, a child would not respond that way. This is fact. They are responding to the lies that they was taught. Again, I don't know why y'all getting all upset and whatever for. It makes no difference because I'm not trying to convert you to nothing. I'm challenging your lie. And you know it's a lie. That's why you upset. Because it's a lie. It's not true. I'm challenging your lie. I will debate you on your lie. Set it up. And only thing you got to do is email angelsnub7@aol.com. We'll set it up. You're going to be in trouble because you can't prove a damn thing. You're going to be in trouble. You're going to always be on the defense. You can't prove nothing. And why go through all that? And why you got to go through all that when the only thing you have to do is simply bring your God to the live stream? It's simple as that. There's no need for debate. There's no need for argument. Bring us some pictures. We have cell phones now. Go to your other realm, go to your other galaxy, and take some pictures and bring some pictures with us. Matter of fact, you have other people that believe the way that you do. Why don't y'all set up a camp and take a trip, all of you together, and all of you can bear witness to this other realm, this other galaxy or whatever. You can't do it because it's all imagination. Everybody's in their own delusional worlds. That's why you can't do it. I'm removing comments because they stupid and silly. You're not going to bring no God. The only thing you have to do is set up Angel Snub Nub 7 at AOL.com. You think that you got, I would challenge you. You're going to be in bad shape. Bring them. I want to see your God. I want to see the originator. I want to see the creator. What can I say? There's nothing that I can say. I'm deleting comments because they silly. Because you upset, you don't like what I'm saying to you. There's no need for that. Nobody's scared of you. You don't have nothing. Scared of you for what? Why should I be scared of you? You ain't nothing. The only thing you know how to do is regurgitate something that somebody else said. You have no evidence, you have no proof of nothing. And you think because you get mad, somebody's supposed to get scared, somebody's supposed to get upset. I don't care about you getting mad. I don't care if you're angry. That goes and show me that everything I'm saying is 1,000% correct. It also shows that you do have a mental illness. Because the same way that little girl reacted to Oprah is the same way you reacted to me. That little girl got angry because Oprah could not see her friend playing in the pool, baking a cake, and whatever. And that's the same thing that you're doing to me because you're mentally ill. You're mentally disturbed. You can't compose yourself. I'm messing up your fantasy world. That's really what it is. I'm messing up your fantasy world. And you don't like it. I don't care. Believe you can fly out your body. You can believe in the originator and the creator. I'm not telling you not to believe, but I will challenge you. I will challenge you. And I will question you. Because little children need to know and they need to see the other side. This is mental illness. And you're liars. And I'm going to call you that. That's one of the reasons why you don't like me either. Because I'm going to call you for what you are. You are a liar. Until you show clear, convincing, and overwhelming evidence to prove what you're talking about, you are a liar. You suffer from mental illness. Mental deficiency. It's not your fault. It's because of how we've been conditioned for thousands and thousands of years. It's not your fault. I'm not even angry at you. You're angry at me. You're angry at me. I'm not angry with you. Now, if I was angry with you, I'll be calling y'all all kinds of stupid and dumb and blah, blah, blah. I'm not angry with you. And another thing, I told you, I'm not trying to convert you to anything. I'm not trying to convert you to anything. Don't think that you can convert me to that stuff, because I know where it comes from. It's a mental illness. I don't care what information you think that you got. I can debunk all of it. It's not real. You only go so far in your information. You only go so far to prove your point. But if you keep going, if you keep digging, you're going to find out that everything that I'm saying is true. You only go so far, then you stop. You only go, when you talk about, I do my research, I get the evidence, you only go just far enough to prove your belief. That's all you do. You won't keep going because you don't want to find out and you can't deal with reality. Again, I'm not angry with you. So be it. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the fiction and the fantasy and the fakeness. Wherever you find spirituality, you will find people oppressed. This is a fact. And you are docile. You will not fight for yourself. You will not stand up for yourself. You don't believe in revolution. You don't believe in liberation. That's what happened when you spiritual. So I said what I have to say. Folks know they're angry. This is why you don't have no audience. I'm not looking for a damn audience. That's your problem. This is not a popularity contest. That's your problem. Truth and reality, you can't handle truth and reality. This is not a popularity contest. This is about the truth and what's real. You go where they teach, where they talk about what you feel you believe in. You go there. Those who are seeking reality, those who are seeking truth, those who want to be liberated from an oppressor once and for all, they come here. They come here. And I love you. I don't care what you believe in. If you believe in these things, you cool in my book. I love you. It don't bother me at all. Hey, it's fine and dandy. Hey, it's cool. I don't hate you. I love my Christian brothers and sisters. I love my Kemetic brothers and sisters. I love my Nation of Islam brothers and sisters, etc., etc., etc. Don't bother me at all. However, I must tell the real truth. Not some of the truth, not half truth. I have to keep it real. And I know it steps on your toes because you believe these things and you are comfortable in these things, but they're not real. They are flawed, they are error, and they are for those with immature minds. You have not grown up to accept reality, things the way that they are. That's not my fault. That's not my problem. My mission, my self-appointed mission, is to challenge all of it. I'm going to challenge all of it. Again, I have no problem. There are those who know how to talk, and then there are those who are emotional, and you need to kick rocks and go about your business. AngelSnub7at AOL.com, and we can set up a debate on this topic or any topic that you choose. Makes me no difference. I feel sorry for you because you're going to have big time problems because you can't prove what you're talking about. That's why you have to believe. Either you believe or you don't. It's lies. It's lies that have been handed down from generation for thousands of years. It's lies. It's mythology, fairy tales, cartoons. So, again, for the last time, I'm not trying to convert you to anything. I like you just the way that you are. And if that's what makes you feel comfortable, so be it. But I must challenge these things. I must challenge these things. So, on that note, again, you are my soul brothers and sisters, and I'm not here to cause you any harm. I'm not here to make you upset or anything like that. That's not my purpose. But I will challenge this mindset, this mentality, because it's not getting us nowhere. And this is a fact. It has done nothing to change our condition, except make us comfortable in oppression. That's all it has done. Of course, you will not debate me. You will not go to Angel Snuff 7 AOL and request a debate. You will not do that. You will not do that. And I know that you have this information that you claim proves beyond a shadow of a doubt or whatever. And for you, it has not been challenged. It has not been questioned. You only do enough to support your belief. That's all you do. That's what all Nation of Islam, the Kemetic folks, the Pan-Africans, they only study, they only get enough information to support what they believe in. They don't go no further than that. But when you come here, you have to bring a whole lot of more. And you know that. That's why you're not going to ask for a debate. That's why you don't mind debating somebody like you, another believer, somebody else who believes in fantasy, mythology, and fairy tales. You don't mind debating them. Nobody wants to mess with me. Nobody. It won't take long for me to get you all upset and emotional, and you fall apart. You can't hold on because it's lies. You're going to fall apart because it's not a strong foundation. That's why you're going to fall apart. Because it's full of holes. That's why you're going to fall apart. That's why you're going to become emotional. But again, if you need your teddy bear, if you need your crutch, even though you can walk perfectly fine, but you need a crutch to walk with, so be it. But you're still my brother and my sister. I must challenge these lies. These lies. Why do this person keep asking me, answer now, making some kind of demands? Come to this platform live, angelsnub7 at AOL.com, and you can talk to me face to face, right here. I'm not going back and forth to you in no comments. You have nothing. That's why you won't deal with me in person. You want to sit back, hide behind an avatar, and write some stuff. You're not that interested. You can't make no demands on me at all, period. Did you donate to my medical fundraiser? My hospital fund? No, you didn't. You can't make no demands on me at all. Believe what you want to believe. I don't care. But you will. Yes, I'm scared. Ooh, yes, ooh. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm so scared, but you the one hiding behind an avatar. Who's hiding behind the avatar? You are. Who the only one that can just write? You. You the one scary. Bring your God. Bring your faceless troll self. Come on. Other than that, I've said what I gotta say. I'm not here to hurt nobody. Except expose liars. Expose fairy tales and myths trying to pass off as reality. That stuff is not real. I'm not gonna let y'all get away with it. And children deserve better. I wish there was somebody like me around to tell me these things so I wouldn't have got caught up and wasted I don't know how many years of my life with all this spooky. That's what y'all spooky as hell. Spookism. You believe in ghosts and goblins. What was it, last month? Whatever, Halloween, that's y'all favorite month. All the ghosts and goblins and demons come out. Y'all love Halloween time. That holiday fits right into your repertoire really, really good. Witches and warlocks and demons and witchcraft. We will not be fooled by witch doctors' witchcraft here. You can get upset all that you want to. And you're not going to bring your God to the live stream because your God don't exist. You scared to bring yourself to the live stream, let alone your God, because your God don't exist. There is no creator. There is no originator. And you ever wonder why the creator and the originator acts just like a human being? Acts just like a human being. Why is that? Because the creator and the originator comes from the imagination of people, human beings. And you don't know nothing else. You don't know nothing about no aliens. You don't know nothing about alien behavior. You never met one. You never met no extraterrestrial. You don't know nothing about no other life except the reality that's on this planet. That's a fact. That's why your originator and your creator and your gods act like human beings, because that's all that you know. You know, hey, I'm going to say this, we're going to get out of here. I was thinking about Superman. Now, Superman is supposed to be an alien that come from another planet, right? Okay. Now, it's funny that Superman looked just like a Caucasian man on the earth, right here. Is that a coincidence? Why is that? And then later on, you had Supergirl. And Supergirl looked just like a white woman, a blonde-haired white woman from the earth. But they aliens. And then they had Crypto, the super dog. They got dogs on a whole brand new planet somewhere, and they have dogs. See, because all this stuff comes from the minds of men. And you can't think outside of men. Thank you, Ardens. I only need my 10 subscribers and my 10 views. I don't need you at all. I don't know why people think I need them. I don't need you. I just need 10 views and 10 subscribers. That's all I need. I'm perfectly happy and perfectly fine. If I get 30 views, I'm happy. I remember back in the day when I got 30 views, I was like, woo, yay. No big deal. Because see, I know that most of you are not interested in reality. I know most of you not interested in the truth. But I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to challenge your lies. I'm going to challenge your fairy tales. I'm going to challenge your cartoons. I'm going to challenge your mythology. This is 2020. All that out of date cartoon Saturday cartoon crap needs to be challenged. It's over. And people like me, whether you like it or not, we are growing. More and more people are rejecting religious spirituality, whether you like it or not. They are starting to think for themselves. They are starting to embrace logic and reason and common sense. And they're starting to come to these conclusions, and they begin to see these things for the lies that they are. So, on that note, let me get out of here. And again, you are my brother. You are my sisters. I have nothing against you. I hope that you don't hold this against me. Just like you have the right to teach people about your belief, I should have the right. I should also have the right to challenge what you teach and question what you teach. Why don't I have the right? If you have the right to tell people about these things, why I don't have the right to say and challenge those things? Why do you want me to shut up and be quiet, but you can say and teach whatever you want? That's not fair. That's not fair. Matter of fact, more people believe the stuff that you do. So what you getting angry at me for? There's millions of people that think the way that you do. So what you gonna get angry at me for? Because you want everybody to be a slave on your slave boat with you. I'm not interested in getting on your slave boat. I'm not interested in getting on your plantation. I'm not interested to go into another galaxy. I'm not interested in going to another realm. I'm not interested in meeting your creator or your originator or whatever. I'm not interested in that stuff. I'm not interested because it don't exist. You can't take me to your God because it don't exist. I have no interest in voluntarily being mentally insane. And I'm not an atheist. That's another thing that you get wrong. In order to be an atheist, you have to acknowledge some type of creator. You have to acknowledge some type of originator. I don't acknowledge. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen the originator. I've never seen God. So how can I talk about something I have no knowledge of? So I can't be an atheist. If you show me clear, convincing, and overwhelming evidence that this God exists, then there's no need for me to believe. That's a fact. It's a fact. There's no need for me to believe. Facts supersede belief. I want to know. Knowledge supersedes belief. But you can't do it. You want me to join you on your plantation. I'm not going to do that. I don't know nothing about atheists. I cannot talk or speak in behalf of what atheists do or whatever. I'm not an atheist. It is natural not to believe in an originator. It's natural. It is unnatural to believe all this stuff that you're talking about. It's all taught, learned behavior. If some man did not teach you that, you wouldn't be saying nothing. You wouldn't be saying nothing. It is natural not to believe in God and spiritual worlds and all this fantasy stuff. It's natural. You was taught this behavior. It's learned behavior. A man taught you, not no God, not a spirit, not a demon. Men taught you that. And why did he teach you that? That's the question. So that you could be a docile slave, so that you can get your ass kicked and you won't fight back. That's why. And you're doing a good job of it. making excuses for being a coward. Oh, G's gonna fix it. Oh, the originator gonna fix it. Somebody gonna fix it except me, you lazy ass, cowardly ass. That's why. So you can sit back in the cut and do nothing to help you in your own life. And you think I want to be part of that? No, I do not. No, I do not. On that note, let me get out of here. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip. I want to apologize. I don't know what YouTube is doing because I got messages that people was making comments and they wasn't getting through. I did not see your comments at all. I don't know why. It's a YouTube thing. I don't know what it is. Sometimes when I'm on my other channels, they won't go through. So I don't know what YouTube is doing or nothing like that. But I appreciate that you're being here. As far as I'm concerned, I had a good audience this afternoon. I appreciate. And again, hey, you my brother, you my sister. Don't let that get you all angry and mad at your brother here. But I have to, I have to challenge these things. I have to challenge them. Now, when you decide you're not going to teach them to nobody else, then I will shut up. But you're not going to do that. Every day, somebody's talking these things every day. And I have the right to challenge these things. So stop getting angry and upset. You have a right to believe what you believe. Don't I have the right to believe what I believe? Okay. So what you angry and upset for? We should be cool, right? Give me some doubt. Hey, come on, give me some doubt. How you do that? Woo! Love y'all. Angel Snub 7. And as Don Cornelius used to always say as in parting, I wish us love, peace, and so we are the 5,000. Ooh, I forgot I wasn't on my computer. I'm pressing the button on my computer. Woo! I'm mentally disturbed.